Safety isn't optional. Every design must protect people first, before cost, before convenience. Even the smartest designs can fail if safety isn't considered. Poor designs put people, property, and reputations at risk. And AI can help us see risks that we might miss. This covers the safety and risk analysis, a part of the designing stage of the project work artificial intelligence integration framework. To ensure safety, we need to consider risks. Risk is the chance that uncertainty will stop us from reaching our goals. Risk management is the steps we take to understand those risks and reduce them. Effective risk management is doing this consistently so projects stay safe, on track, and repeatable. There are standardized processes in managing risk. Let's explore using AI. I'm just going to type in a very simple prompt into Gemini. Being in Australia, all I want to know is which standard should I follow in regards to risk management. The output, which should also be verified, provides a starting point for your investigations and learning. Depending on your project, there might be a wide variety of standards that you need to follow. So based on this example, you can create a prompt that explores risk management in terms of your own needs. Just remember always to verify the information provided. Risk is a measure of the potential inability to achieve overall program objectives within defined cost, schedule, and technical constraints. We need to be able to specify that risk. So for example, when something happens, it leads to outcomes expressed in terms of on impact of objectives. As an example, consider a thunderstorm. It overflows drains, and as a result, the water damages goods in the warehouse. This leads to damaged stock and a cost of rework. This was caused by inadequate or unmaintained drains. So we have source, event, consequence, cause, controls, when, and where. We have a whole range of different types of risks. This includes safety risk. We have environmental, business, delivery, and financial risks to consider. So in order to manage these risks, we need to be aware of what the possible unwanted behaviors are and to trade off benefits to the organization, customers, or community of treatments against their costs. Costs may include loss of reputation, monetary losses, lives cut short, trauma, and so forth. So risk management involves evaluating strategic alternatives, setting related objectives, and developing mechanisms to manage the related risks. So if we look at ISO 31000, we look at the relationship between the principles, the framework, and processes. There are a range of risk management principles that we need to consider as a part of the process. And this process involves many different components, including communication and consultation, monitoring and review, risk treatment, and risk identification, analysis, and evaluation. A key component of the process is identifying the consequences and likelihood of various risks occurring. These can be classified as low, medium, and high risks, and these are mapped to a risk matrix. As you can see, there are a lot of processes involved. There is a lot for us to think about, and AI can help enhance this process, make it easier for us. But we can't let AI do all the work. We need to apply CAC co-intelligence. So there are multiple ways that we can use AI to enhance the way that we investigate risk. I'm now using an approach and a prompt that I do not recommend you using. Here, I have simply uploaded a design of a system, which I created in a previous video, and asking the AI to provide a risk analysis. The AI makes a reasonable attempt at conducting this risk analysis. If you're completely lost, it is a way of gaining some insights of the type of things that you should be looking at. Copilot also provides a suggestion of creating a risk matrix. If I click on that, it takes that information and produces the matrix. This transforms that information into a professional format. However, this is not the approach that you should generally use. You should use the co-intelligence approach, maybe using this approach just to stimulate some ideas. So for your own benefit, you want to complete the safety and risk analysis and the evaluation matrix on your own. A better approach of using AI is to ask it to help you complete this process. It's very important that you're explicit, that it doesn't give you any of the information, but guides you along the way. The AI will provide you with a lot of information that you need to consider and reflect upon. Don't skip steps. Work on the analysis yourself. The AI is just a guide. As needed, use extra prompts to help further your understanding in order to be able to complete the process. The AI will guide you. If it gives you something that doesn't align with your needs, just modify the prompt. Keep cycling through this process until you're comfortable and you know what you are doing. Skipping this step will be a disadvantage to you in the future, so do it right. I now move across to ChatGPT and I'm going to apply CACO intelligence. In this approach, I've done all the background work myself. I'm going to provide the AI with lots of context, and I've uploaded my system design, my systems, requirements documentation, and other information related to risks. I've also completed the risk matrix myself and uploaded that. This time my prompt is going to be very different. Here I'm now asking for constructive feedback. I want to know what I've done right, what I've done wrong, and what is missing. This approach here is going to allow me to be in control. As the output unwinds, you can see that the level of detail provided by the AI is now substantially enhanced. The information is now provided in a way that enables me to more easily apply evaluative judgment, to consider the information given and apply my own critical thinking skills to evaluate whether the information is sending me on the right path or not. My task from here is to take that information and redevelop my risk matrix. As with every other task, this will probably require multiple cycles until we finally get it right. You also have the power to use the AI to help you think about the problem in many different ways. Here I just provide an example of a prompt that you might ask. I ask it in a way which encourages me to think about the problem in a little bit more detail. This can help with my reflections. Providing another example for you to consider, I'm looking at the ethical risks associated with the project, things such as accessibility, privacy, and dignity. The AI will provide you information, which again will allow you to reflect upon what you've done and help improve your design and your risk management strategies. In summary, we can see that the AI can help us identify risks, but the engineers protect people. If we use the AI in the correct way, the CACO intelligence way, we can use the AI to improve our work by highlighting risks that we might not have been able to determine on our own. I've showcased a range of different ways that you can use the AI. These are just starting guides. It's up to you to think about the possibilities and apply your own technique to master this process. I'm Dr. Sasha Nikolic. Thank you for watching.